Hello YouTube, Kingpin of Cinema with
QB999.
Thank you. Here to bring you another in our classic movie reviews.
This time we are experiencing The World That Is Red. Another DC comic.
Though I've never read the comic.
Another DC comic movie adaptation.
If they haven't put the DC logo on there, I never would have known this was a comic book movie. But anyhow.
But overall, it's an action comedy.
I loved it.
It was an action comedy, and it was funny. It was
action-packed.
And moreover, it actually had some good actors that actually acted good.
Oh, and it had a romance in it, too. So it's action, comedy, romance. God, get it fucking right.
Sorry.
Fell. But anyhow, yeah, this is a good movie. And this is a good Bruce Willis movie? Yeah.
He doesn't actually look tired and aging in this one. Even though, in this kind of movie, even if he was, you could forgive that, because that's kind of the role he was supposed to be playing. Was tired, retired, old.
And I think for Bruce Willis nowadays is that he just needs a script or a project that he's really passionate about, because then he'll give a fuck about it. He'll put in 100%.
You can tell he seemed to really like being in this role.
Because, I mean, look at the last couple of movies he was in. Cop Out and Surrogates. This is where the whole, like, he's old and tired and needs to retire bit came from with us, because it just didn't look like he cared. But in this one he does, and so it's good. And it reminds us how much we like Bruce Willis.
You also got John Malkovich,
who is also in a good movie. It's been so long since we've had a good John Malkovich performance. I mean, he had shit like Jonah Hex this year, and then Aragon. Here he is in a good movie, and it's great. It's so much fun to see John Malkovich in a role that he can excel at.
It was almost as if this was made for him.
He was pretty perfect for it. Then you got Morgan Freeman,
who's not in it as much. But he kind of appears, gone, reappears, gone again. But he still gives a pretty decent performance. Kind of wish he was a little more like in what was it?
Wanted?
Wanted, yeah. Where he just kind of goes like, kill the motherfucker.
And he's just like, and then you're like, oh my god, Morgan Freeman just said, kill a motherfucker. I'll never forget that. That's one of my favorite movie quotes of all time, just because Morgan Freeman said it. God, why are you cussing?
But he still does a good job.
Yeah, he's pretty good in it, which is to be expected, because Morgan Freeman always gives his best at anything he does. He could have been like, man, this is complete schlock, but you know what? It's a paycheck, I'll do my job.
Whether it's actually acting or just talking into a microphone, he can...
I could fall asleep to that man's voice. I can't sleep with my insomnia? Well, I'll just put on Morgan Freeman.
Alright, now anyway, the reason why it's called RED is because it stands for Retired and Extremely Dangerous. It's about these group of CIA agents who are now retired, gone on to live their lives, who have suddenly become targets for whatever reason. And they're just trying to go and find out why and who sent the CIA after them. That's
basically the gist of it, is them digging through this plot of why they're being targeted, and then trying to eliminate the threat so they'll no longer be targets.
And action and hilarity ensue.
One thing that I really liked about this film, with Bruce Willis in the beginning, yeah, we get the whole idea that he's retired, and he's getting his checks in the mail. Instead of cashing them, he just tears them up, so he can call this girl at the welfare...
at the pension
fund facility. And that's like, he looks forward to this. You kind of get a slight idea of the monotony he goes through. He's completely bored. And he gets so excited when he gets this letter, because then he can get to talk to her. And she's excited too, because she likes talking to him.
You know, this is a guy who used to travel the world to plot assassinations, to kill people, to topple governments, and now he's just kind of sitting at home where his day consists of take out the trash, take my medicine, eat lunch, eat dinner, clean the house. it's kind of a big stretch for a guy like that.
So that I really liked, and I liked their relationship too. It was pretty good. So yeah, the action in the movie is really good too.
Lots of explosions, and they integrate the comedy into the action as well. Always a good touch.
Yeah, always good.
Any complaints? I can't really think of much for this kind of movie. For an action comedy like this, it was kind of done perfectly. You can't really get much better than this. It had good actors in it that actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
You had big explosions, loud noises, big guns.
That was all coherent, by the way. No shaky cam shit. No extreme close-ups and quick cuts every 5 seconds, like any fucking Bay movie. This was all clear. You could see everything that was going on, and I'm just going, thank you, God, I can tell what's happening.
Hopefully this will be a trend that continues now in action movies.
I doubt it, but it's a nice thought.
Well, anyway, so, not much else to say about it. It was a really good movie. So, we would definitely recommend going and seeing it. Even my girlfriend loved it, and she's, a girl.
And she's a girl.
So, guys, take your girls out on a date, even though they might have some fun with it. Because even though it's big action-packed scenes, there's no, real big blood or gore or anything like that.
This is PG-13, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no swearing, there's no nudity, and there's no blood. This is actually a pretty clean movie, and it's entertaining as hell. And if some of you are out there like, damn, no tits, well, sorry, you're going to have to go somewhere else for that.
So anyway, definitely recommend going and seeing it while you can, and when it comes on DVD, probably get this one.
It's a definite buy.
It's been one of the better movies of the year.
Yeah, easily. Well, guys, that's all we have time for. Red, loved it. Go see it. And as always, if you don't like it,
Okay.
Okay. I'm thirsty.